Yes, I got on the same shirt, but I have another story time. So y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel.
Get on my head. Get on my head. Get on my head.
I have a story about the time that one of my friends back in the day thought I robbed her house. And I was so upset. Stay tuned. So while we talk about this story today, I'm going to curl my hair. I know y'all wondering, why do she got on the same shirt? Well, because now I'm doing my hair and I want to tell y'all this story while I do my hair. And y'all, I don't feel like doing my hair, so these curls is going to be as quick as this story is. So y'all, while I'm waiting for my little wine curls to heat up, Lummy Hair gave them to me when I bought a wig from them. So, and they do all right. I mean, I'm going to get some better ones if you guys could tell me which ones they get. And so let me start out by telling you this. These people been my friends since we was little kids. We've been friends since we was about 17, 18. And the one girl I'm going to tell you about was my old best friend's other best friend from school. And we wound up all hanging together so much that me and her best friend got cool. I'm going to call her the author. And the reason why I'm going to call her the author, because she's a great writer. And honestly, she was really my friend, and I loved her so very much. And I hate how things went for the turn. So y'all, was a while ago. It was back. Oh gosh, I just burnt my hand.
Oh gosh, I just burnt my hand.
Ouch! Like I grabbed the wrong part. What in the what? Ouch! Like y'all, I just really burnt my hand. Oh, I'm so mad. Okay, so like I was telling y'all. So I feel like her name's gonna be the author, because she's a great writer. And I feel like she inspired me so much with so many different things, and we had so much in common. And we would just sit at her house and talk, because back then, you know, we worked, but we would talk, and every now and again we would go out and have fun. Like, hold on, my order was delivered. Ooh, I'm excited. Give me a second. My hand is still burning, y'all. I gotta redo this curl because I didn't hold it long enough. So, y'all, I'm so mad about this. My hand is on fire. But the show must go on, y'all. The show must go on. We used to hang out every day. Every day I used to go sit in her house. Like, at a certain time, we just busted up. We would go out to eat. You know, she would, like, inspire me. She had properties. She was writing a book. You know, all the good things. And she literally lived up the street from me. Mind you, she was living there for a while. But we had just started getting cool. You know what, y'all? It's not coming out how I wanted to. So we just going to go for a wave kind of curl, okay? Because, yeah, this wig isn't curling right. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah. Maybe, I'm not curling it right, but y'all, I'm on the edge of my seat now. It was around, I want to say it was the summer at this time. And I was working at the liquor store, and she was working somewhere for the feds or something like that. And, like, we both, like, did okay as far as work. I don't know what's going on with this curl, but I'm so over it, y'all. But since I gave you the background of the author, I wanna get right into the story, because I just wanted to give you what kind of a background of who this person was, so that you can know. Our kids played together, different things. Like, you know, she at the time only had one daughter, so you know her daughter would play with my daughter. They was the same age. You know, we known, like, our kids known each other since they was, like, really babies. So, you know, we kind of called each other family. Her daughter called me aunt. my daughter called her aunt. You know, we just was that close. Now, mind you, at the time, like I said, it was like 2008. She had wanted to have this big luau party in the summer around the 4th of July. And what happened was she had a big yard. I mean, huge for it to be in Philly. She had a huge yard. And she wanted to have this big party in her yard. So I'm like, okay, so it needed to be clean. So y'all, I helped her clean the yard and everything, y'all. Like, I literally helped her do everything to this yard. Like, we was cleaning out, like basically gutting it out, like doing like actual construction work. So we cleaned it up. And you know what I'm saying? You know, I helped decorate. You know, I helped her go shopping. I mean, any and everything that you can actually do to help your friend, because she was literally my friend. Like, she wasn't just any old body. So, of course, I helped. Now, this party was huge. I mean, this big luau was huge. She was charging at the door. She had all types of food. She had all types of liquor. She had everybody there. It was just the it party. Like, it was popping. This hair just won't curl. I give up. So, with that being said, in her house, she had like a nice size TV, like, you know, mind you, you know what I'm saying? She, like I said, she was getting a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? She basically had the bed. Straight like that. She had the bed. I ain't gonna even hold you. And I low-key would admire that. I just was not mentally there to do these things. Not that I couldn't do them. I just wasn't mentally there to do them. So, because I was like, yo, like, that's what's up. Like, I will always compliment her, try to get her to tell me about a book, but she wasn't giving no tape out. So, she had this party all, and it was huge. We all was out there having fun. I was drinking. I kind of cut up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was acting out. You know what I mean? But we had a ball. And mind you, like I said, I knew all about her because I was at her house every day. Me. You know, I know what's in there. I'll go in her house, go use the bathroom. She left money out, whatever the case may be. I just burnt my hand again. And because I knew all that, I get a phone call after the party's over. Now, mind you, it was, I want to say a couple of days after the party was over. I get a phone call and I'm asked to come over. So I go over there and she called me by my name. She calls me by my real name. And she's like, I got to ask you something. And it seemed like she was real serious. So I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, I just want to know if you know anything about anybody who came to the party. I said, I know like almost everybody who came to the party. And she was like, well, my house got robbed. And I'm like, what? Are you serious? Your house got robbed? And she's like, yeah, like, and you kind of the only person that knows everything about my house. So in my mind, I'm thinking, what are you insinuating, that I had something to do with it? But I said, yeah, I do. I do know everything that's in your house, but you know what I'm saying? What does that have to do with me? I'm asking her. And she like, well, because, you live up the street and this is your neighborhood and, you know everybody around here. I said, okay, that's true. But I would never set out to, get you robbed or anything like that. And I was like, you're my friend. Like, I'm not one of them. I said, it's crazy because, you had people in this house that did all types of things. And you asking me. So she was like, well, do you have any idea of who may do that? And I was wrong for this, y'all. I was wrong. I'm not even going to lie to you. I mentioned that one of our friends' family member was into that. I really was wrong. I was super wrong for putting somebody's name out there. But at the time, I really wanted to help my friend. And I just felt like I hope she don't think, I was being kind of weird at the time. But I feel bad now that I talk about it to this day. Like, I really was saying anything at the time. And because she had a lot of people at her crib, I didn't know, who could have did it and why would they do it. So I'm just like, wow, like, what did they take? So she said they took her money. Now, she used to have this money thing out, and they took her TV and a couple of other things. So where she had the money at, it was out. Now, mind you, the day of the party, her house was an apartment. So her apartment was upstairs, but she had an outhouse, so you could use the porta potty outside. You didn't necessarily have to go in the house to use the bathroom, but it wasn't locked. So, you know what I mean? I'm not saying anybody could have went in there because, you know what I mean? Nobody probably really knew how to go in there. But anybody could have went in there because we was all in the back. And you have to go around, like, it's like a garage. So, not a garage, like a pulling garage, and then it's a yard, a big, big backyard. So, like, you would have to, like, pull in or park somewhere. You won't necessarily know how to get in the house unless you go through the front, is what I'm saying. So, because of that reason, now I'm feeling like the house was open because I went in the house a few times. Anybody could have went in there and seen what was in there, cased the joint, and did whatever. I mean, not that I think like that, but I'm just telling you what I was thinking at the time. So I was telling her that the door was open the whole time, and I was explaining it to her. So basically, it was said more or less like, well, you're the only one who knew where my money was at. You're the only one who knew this. You're the only one who knew that. And I was explaining to her, you're absolutely right. I am the only one who knew. But also, if anybody was to go to the bathroom or do anything like that, they would have also known where your money was at. Like, it was right there in the open. Well, I was the only one that was in her house. I was the only one. So at this time now, I'm like, okay, I'm prime suspect number one. Like, it's no way that I'm going to sit here and act stupid like I'm not getting blamed for this girl house getting robbed. We're not going to sit here and keep pretending that she's not questioning me. So, y'all, at the time, I had a little friend. And I'm going to call him my little boyfriend because that's what he was. He was my little boyfriend. And he was over at the house, at my house. And I couldn't really concentrate because I still was thinking about that situation. But she had called my phone and we was talking. And he had hung up the phone because he wanted my attention and he wasn't getting my attention. Now, mind you, I said, why would you do that? And I tried to call her back and she didn't respond. So, y'all, she called me from another number after I had got out the tub. And when she called me, she was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. You really not going to answer my calls, but you won't answer this number? And she hung up on me. She blatantly hung up. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I said to my little boyfriend, why would you in a million years hang up on my friend? And I told you she going through something and she thinking I did it. So he was like, because you keep staying on the phone with her, it's nothing going to change. Which is true. It's nothing going to change. And he was like, if you ain't do it, like, why are you so worried about it? I said, because at the end of the day, I don't like my name being in stuff. And at the end of the day, if she need me, I'm going to be there for her because I've been down there every day. So I'm telling him that. Like, if she need me, I'm definitely going to be there for her. I'm not going to just ignore her or not be around because now all of a sudden you're around. I'm not going to just front on her. So he was like, yeah, but I'm here right now. Makes sense. Okay, fine. Now I goes to knock on her door because he leaves. I goes to go knock on her door. She comes to the door like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I'm like, but you just hung up on me and I'm trying to understand, why am I getting accused of this? And she was like, bye, I don't want to talk no more. She cut me completely off, y'all. She cut me completely off. my feelings was hurt. I don't really get down like that. Like, I don't steal from nobody. I mean, I did my little dirt when I be at the stores when I was younger. You know what I mean? But I ain't never go in nobody's house and take nothing. I ain't one of them. Like, I'm not taking nothing out your crib. It's just not something I do. Especially since I could have been skimming you the whole time. I knew where your money was at. Like, I didn't want no TV. I didn't care about that kind of stuff. And I still don't, to be honest. I don't care about them kind of things. Like, I don't need the 70-inch on my wall. I never was one of them. I never cared. So, like, for me to get accused of that really was hurting me. Like, I'm really getting accused of doing something I didn't do. Hey! Being accused of something, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just absurd to me. Like, I didn't even do it. Now I'm getting accused of doing something that I had no idea about. And I'm just like so upset, y'all. Like, I really took it to heart. Like, I couldn't focus at work. I couldn't focus in the house. It was stressing me out because, number one, I've been around you for all this time. She has nice stuff, nice bottles of liquor. You know what I'm saying? Like, things, not that I didn't have nice stuff too, but she just had nice stuff and she had money everywhere. I don't care. I don't want your money. Like, it meant nothing to me, but it felt like because I knew where the money was at, I knew this and I knew that, now I'm to blame. What upset me more was that she literally just cut me clean off. Like, no, I'm cool off you, pretty much. And I think what bothered me was because she called me a thief, basically. And, like, I had no win. I had no win in the matter. Like, it was like I was wrong, no matter if I was right. Like, I was the only one who knew, right? So now, years go by. Me, the one that I'm telling you about, our mutual best friend, she says to me, I'm like, yo, you heard that stuff? Y'all almost said a real name. I'm like, you heard that stuff with the author? And she was like, yeah, I did. But she said, you said so-and-so did it. And I was like, I did. I said, and I really feel bad for that. But I was just going off of, like, the history I know. And I felt bad for seeing it or whatever. But I wasn't saying nobody did it. I just said, look into it or whatever the case may be. And what happened was, it was basically said, like I was saying, that somebody did it. And I don't know how it even got out like that. And if I said something to her in, like, a personal way, I don't know why I would be said like that. But the fact that I was involved in something so heinous, I was so depressed, like, I couldn't get over it. It's not that I wasn't, like, able to move forward with my life. I just was still messed up about it because every now and again it would bother me because every now and then it would bother me because I knew that's not how I moved. And I just hate when my name is fucked or tainted. And I want to say maybe 5 years maybe went by, maybe 5 years. And I ran into her again. And she was either pregnant with her son or she had a son. Now, mind y'all, I can't really remember how it went, but just know she had another baby. And, like, we wound up kind of getting cool again. And we talked about the situation. And I was like, listen, I said, listen, Arthur, I would never do nothing like that to you. I said, you show me nothing but love. We've been friends for way too many years for me to even think about doing something like that to you. I said, I done been through a lot of dirty stuff and I've been accused of a lot of things. But that right there, that just crosses the line. I would never do that. And I understand why you felt that way. I'm not going to take that from you, but I would never do that. And she said, I believe you. So I'm like, good. So we start kicking it again. And I start, like, going to her shows. And, I start, like, hanging out with her. And, she would come get me. Or I'll meet her at her house, her new house. And we would just hang out like old times. Then one day, I go to call her phone, right? Yo, why am I blocked? Why am I blocked? So I keep calling her phone over and over again. And I'm like, is her phone off? But at the time, you know, I didn't understand that I was blocked because I'm like, why would she block me? But y'all, I was blocked. I couldn't understand why I was blocked. Hey, son. You want to meet my son? This is my big baby. This is my twin. He look just like me. And I didn't understand being blocked, and I didn't realize it at the time. So y'all, now that I understand what blocking is, I'm like, yo, I really got blocked. And she didn't block me for a day. She didn't block me for 2 days and realized it. She blocked me for over a year. And because I had that number for a while, I'm just like, oh, I get a call from her. And I'm like, oh, the author calling me. So she like, oh my God, I blocked you and I didn't mean to block you. I'm like, no, it's cool. Then she asked me a question. She needed an outfit made by one of my friends. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's why you called me. And then she invited me to one of her little shows. So, of course, I'm like, I'll go because, you know, I didn't want to seem funny acting, especially since the whole ordeal about, you know, that happened some years ago. So I said, I'll go. Y'all, I wound up meeting her down South Street at her show. She got one of my friends to make her outfit. So I wound up meeting her down South Street at one of her shows. And it was pretty cool. It was nice. I had a good time. And then I wound up going home after that. So after that, like, we would talk here and there, but it was never the same again. Like, it was never like, oh, we back to being close again. It was never like that again, y'all. It was always just sporadic, or we was at like somebody's event together, like a mutual friend event. And like, that's how we seen each other. So it was never to the point where we was actually cool anymore. Like, our friendship was over. And it was all because of an accusation that I was accused of doing something and I didn't do it. Which is kind of messed up in a way, because it's like us as people, like, we don't really do our research like that. We just point the finger at who, you know, we believe did it. We don't really take time and do research and figure out what's really going on before we automatically assume or judge that somebody did something. And that kind of sucks, because at the end of the day, I just feel as though that was a bad situation, because I really honestly didn't do anything, and I can't believe that I got accused of that. And that's not the only thing I got accused of. But you know what? Then I feel like I was the fall guy, because I was cool with everybody. But it's like, why would I ever do that? Why would I ever in a million years do something like that? And when I would see her down the line, I wouldn't get invited to things like her wedding. I didn't get invited to her wedding. I didn't get invited to none of her parties or anything like that. She had a play, and I saw it. And the first time that she had the play, I was going to go, but I was like, no, because she ain't invite me. So I didn't go to the first play. But then she wound up bringing it back last year. So you know what I did? I wound up going. And, you know, she was just like, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And she treated me more like a guest. She didn't treat me like an old friend. So while everybody else was happy to see me, because she has a really large family, she was treating me as if I was a guest. I mean, you know, she did not call me by my name or nothing like that. But it was like, not like how it used to be. And it was just like, that's crazy how things just change. And people really hold on to stuff, even though they say they don't believe you did it. And how she could block me for a year and not even realize it. That's crazy how people are. So that's why nowadays, like, people be like, you got new friends, you don't never had the same friends. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I never had the same friends is because I feel as though the friends that I had was either toxic or they was mutual friends of people that I had, or they was just for the moment friends. Like, I never had friends that I could say, okay, you were my friends since we were kids and we're still friends. Like, I don't have them around. All my friends are like kind of newly friends, or like, even like I said, I had a new best friend, and you know, I met her around 2008, and I don't have any friends that I could say that I had met that I'm sorry, I can't say that I have any friends that I still am cool with from before. I can't even say I do. All my friends are new, all of them. And I don't think it's nothing wrong with making new friends, but if you watch my other story about Diva, then you'll know that you just got to be mindful of the friends that you make. I don't think it's nothing wrong with making new friends. I really don't. Not at all. I just feel as though you just got to be careful about the people that you bring into your life. And like, because of that situation, and I don't know how I ever gave off that I was a thief in any way, because it's crazy, because one of our mutual friends, my best friend's sister, she dropped a wad of money, and I picked it up and I told her, yo, like, if it was anybody else, they probably would have took it, because she had like the house and the projects that everybody went to. So I was explaining to her, if it was anybody else, they probably would have took it. So be careful, whatever the case may be. And I wasn't saying it in a way to just be like, you know, or whatever. I was just really being honest. Like, be very careful and mindful of where you leave your money at. Like, I was just really saying it just to be fair. And like, even when other things would happen, I don't understand like how I was the culprit of robbing somebody out of all things, or setting somebody up. But I guess when you're around certain people and slimy people and different things, you know what I'm saying, your whole life, maybe that's why people get like that, because of the people that you was surrounded with and things like that. That's crazy. I hate that I was a part of that. I had to stop and do the other side while I was while off camera, because my dog just went crazy, and y'all wouldn't have been able to hear me. So yeah, this one curl on the side, like, it's just getting on my nerves. I'm going to try one more time, and then after that I'm just going to leave it alone, because if it doesn't want to curl, I'm not going to make it. I don't know why I keep doing it, but yo, basically, I don't know, y'all. That was just a story of how I got accused of robbing my friend's house, and how even to this day you could tell still tension. And even though she tried to be friends with me again a few years after that, she wound up still blocking me. I don't know if maybe she got a weird feeling or whatever the case may be, but she brought me to a new house, so I'm confused. And she brought me to a few of her rental properties and different things like that. So y'all, you know, it's just so much. I don't understand. I still don't get it. You know, we talk, we court up, we know all of each other business. So I don't know what it is. And we still hung out for a little bit. So, you know, when I tell you that I'm lost, y'all, I'm so lost. But yo, this is I'm trying to not, I don't want to comb out all my curls, y'all, but I want to keep some, because if I do wind up going somewhere, y'all. But yeah, let me move up a little bit so you can see how my curls came out. I hope that they're cute to you. I mean, I told you I'm doing something quick because I gotta go get me a drink. So thank you for watching. Watch my video before this where you can see where we got robbed and scammed in Miami. Go subscribe. Go watch my videos. Bye.